Hey everybody, NWA Prepper here. And so today I wanted to do a little bit about, well, I'm, maintaining my lights and I'm working on my bug out bag. And so I have not checked this in a while. This is just my regular Jetboil with my favorite sport because it reaches all the way down into the bottom of this. Of course, that's way smaller than you think it is. But it also will reach into the bag like a Mountain House or Richmore meal bag. And so I really like this spoon. But it is time for maintenance on this bad boy. So the first thing is I want to make sure everything is there and intact. The bottom has this. This is, though I have eaten out of this, but this is just to protect the fins of this, of your heater, which actually can come off. I forget which way it spins. Stand by. So we got your fins protected and my case is intact. Now this is a little bit older one. It doesn't have the color change stripes. Some have color change stripes when the water is boiling. You've got your strainer lid, and then if you're going to use it, to drink a hot beverage. So we'll get rid of that. And inside here, I keep my fuel, which this one is almost full, or it feels almost full. And this is just a regular, isobutane fuel. This actually is not Jetboil brand, not that that ever matters. And then in here I have the burner itself, and this is the part that locks into the bottom, which is what I was thinking of. Right, so we have the burner itself, and then in here I have the stand for the fuel, and then a lighter in there as well, and some matches in the other case. So this just snaps on the bottom of the fuel, and if you'll notice, it can work on the bigger fuel cans as well, but I like this size because it fits inside the cup. So anyway, I thought I had a bigger container, but all the ones I have are this size because I like it for that reason. And the cap just peels off, but I put it back on. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna give this bad boy a test run. And so this just screws on there. Did you hear it? And I don't tighten it too much, just snug. I'm gonna move you. So I've attached it on the stand, and instead of using my lighter, I'm going to use a Fierce rod and just my knife. So I'll just turn the fuel on a bit, right? Of course, this is much higher than I would normally be, but it works. I had that going. I'm not quite ready for the flame, but I keep this pretty handy. And of course, I always have a knife. I just use the back end of my knife. So what I want to do now is I am going to just boil some water. And so I just have a regular bottle here. And it's relatively clean. I mean, I guess actually it looks quite clean. Yeah, it's clean, but as it should be. But I'm going to fill it to the whole 16 out line, which this is at 16.9. So I will probably put the whole thing in there, except for that much. And so I've got it filled to about there, and I'm going to lock it on my stove just like that. Did you see how it turned and locked into position? And it holds it well. And this is going to be a challenge to I'm going to do that in a different order. I'm going to light it first, and then we'll go from there. Hear it? We'll lock it in place and just turn this bad boy up. Now that water was straight out of the truck. There was nothing, it wasn't warm already. So I'm going to try to do this without moving. I don't know if you can see that already, but it is already getting close to boiling in just a few seconds. It's super wonderful. So what we're going to do today is, my puppy dog's looking at me. I was going to make some ramen noodles, but literally, if I can boil the water, it'll be a successful test. Because once the water is boiling and I put this in there, I would turn it off and put the lid on it anyway. So I can do all that without using a soup because I'm not hungry. Yeah. So here we go again. I mean, it is just right there at boiling. So I like the Jetboil, even though it uses, you know, a fossil fuel. And what I like the most about it is, in just a minute or so, I can have hot water for whatever I need hot water for. I mean, yeah. And I like the ability to do that. I don't know if you can see the steam coming out of there. So it's starting to boil now. Right? Now I'm going to turn that off and let you vent out, I guess. I mean, I know you can see it. Yeah, so it took just a couple minutes to set up and boil water. And in that much time, this little guy is just amazing. Now, when I take the cup off, and I'll set this over there, this will cool. The fins are already, I can touch the fins already. They're not hot, just in that short of time. And it's just like it takes to heat it. The bottom of it cools down pretty good too. So, but that's it. From start to finish, I've got this checked out. I will let everything cool down, and I'm actually going to use this water to rinse off some of that kayak. But get everything back in order, back packed up in just, well, even talking to you, in 5 minutes and 30 seconds. And in another minute, it will be cleaned out and put away back in my stuff. And I'm good to go. Check your equipment. If you don't know how to use something, by all means, go do something with it. I use this. Well, you can see it's been well used. I really like my Jetboil enough that I'm pretty certain everyone except one person in my mag group has a Jetboil. Fuel is inexpensive right now. It's easy to store, lasts forever, and relatively inexpensive. What do you think about this type of stove? Just for general outdoors or in your bug out bag? Let me know. Let's get ready.